Ahem. So, hello. And today we will be going over, well, every trap. Now, there are main examples over there, but, I guess let's first start with the default one. Also, don't mind that this is the second one. Concoction Trap was not out at the time of making the first one, and I just wanted to go more in depth. First of all, default trap. Pretty good size, stuns for like 4.5 seconds, which 4.5 is a pretty good time. Nothing special to say about it, other than you can spam 2 of them, because it only costs 4 energy. Next, small trap. Now, people say this one is trash, but look, it even gets me there. It's very hard to see because it is small, which black hole trap and egg trap are also small in that sense. But the thing is, the extra half a second of stun time that it gives, because it only has like 5 seconds of stun time instead of 4.5, 5 seconds is actually a pretty big enough difference in most cases to actually have a great effect. Like, you see there, if you put it in the middle of the door, they can't jump over it. They usually can't jump over it, but Piggy can just jump and do the thing where it gives them almost a double jump to around player height and then press the button. And that makes them not be able to jump over it. And inside most doors, if you place it in the middle, they basically can't avoid it. No matter what they do, they're almost always going to touch it. So if you place it in something like a doorway and not out in the open, it actually is very effective because it's usually harder to see. And especially if you place it on the floor just after a door, not in the exact middle like in the example, but right about like here-ish, where the dot is. You can actually just, someone might like go like this, and they might not realize it, and then get caught. So it's very like hard to spot, which is why it's actually really good. Plus the approximately 11 to 12% increased stun time, which is 5 seconds instead of 4.5. And then also big trap. Honestly, I always feel like this thing is like 3 times bigger than it actually is. Yeah, it's not really that good in my opinion. I mean, it costs 8 is the problem. Like, the problem is it costs 8. For its actual effectiveness, it needs to cost, like, 4 for its actual effectiveness. Like, oh god, like, that's the only issue with it. Or just make it literally, like, 2 or 3 times as big as it currently is. I forgot it was that small. I literally thought it would take up all of this to this, like, area. Apparently not. Forgot it was that small. Yeah, that is trash. Anyways, next is the most underrated trap in the game, the slow trap. Oh boy. People very much do not like the thing. It makes it slow for 6 seconds. How slow? A tiny bit slower than crouching. Or the same speed, for 6 seconds. Now, when you consider how slow you are, which is around crouching speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, doesn't let you get too far. And it's a 3 cost, so you can spam like 3 of them in a row. It's the only trap in the game to have a 3 cost, so it's actually the lowest cost for energy wise trap in the entire game. It's actually really good. What you just do is place it in areas like somewhere like more out in the open. Slow trap is more of an out in the open type trap because it just slows them down. So you place it more in a spot where they need to go, but not next to a door. So I think the optimal map for something like that is like alleys. Alarm trap. A kind of just better version of default trap. Same as default trap, but costs 6 and gives the little alert notification icon above your head, which Piggy can see through walls the entire time you're stunned. It's basically just a tiny bit better version of base trap, and that's approximately it. Next, teleporter trap. I actually probably should have used the decoration to convey its alt skin. Also, don't mind Pony there. Was not Pony, Poley there. Anyways, yeah. Teleporter trap. I mean, it's alright. It just depends on the map. Like on a big map, with a lot of different floors, like City, for example, is a pretty good map. So use it, just more open, giant maps, and especially in like build mode, big maps. Like those type of maps are the true best to just run it. Otherwise, it's not usually that good. And even on like a super small map like Carnival or Gallery is going to have like almost no benefit from it. But on a bigger, like harder map like City, um, like I don't know, City, Outpost, House, maps more like that usually are the best for it. Next, Egg. In my opinion, it is worse than Slow. Does the same thing as Slow, except it costs 4 and is smaller. Now, being smaller and looking the least like a trap in the entire game out of any of the traps, well, maybe Tombstone is the least, to be fair. Anyways, yeah. It's the same as like it's the same as Slow Trap, except it just puts an egg on your screen. I'm also not counting the alt trap version because that version is literally a downgrade because all it does is jump scare you instead of blinding the middle of your screen. But still, the blinding effect isn't that major at all. So that's why it's worse than Slow, because Slow has a 3 cost, and the average in this game is a 5 cost, and Slow being 3 costs, so you can place 3 of them, because 10 energy is the max, just makes it objectively better, really, plus with the bigger size as well. Egg Trap is more of just a random annoyance to place around, really. So, and even Egg's not even that good in that regard. Next. Think you might have... Oops. Seen it already. Yeah, Black Hole Trap. Basically just a small trap, except it's standard stun time instead of lower stun time. And it sucks you in like a black hole. Used to be insanely overpowered, but on examples like House, Station, etc., yeah, you could literally see how nuts it was, and it gets you a free kill in situations like that, which is why it's kind of overpowered in a sense. But like it's not truly overpowered. It's just really, really strong. But yeah, if you place something like that, they pretty much guaranteed will die. If they jump, it doesn't even counter it. Game bug. But yeah, if you jump, it sucks you in even more, so you have to, like, run on the ground. So you can barely survive it at all. It's like, actually really strong, to be fair. I mean, it is an 8 cost, which balances it out, but I think it might be one of the most balanced traps because of that, because it's an 8 cost, but it's really strong. Next, Tombstone. Used to be one of the worst traps in the entire game. Actually, it's decent now. Just has a Piggy chase after you for a few seconds. Actually, your LSD is smaller than default, like how Spidella is weirdly small. Or Spidella player skin, I mean. But yeah, like the zombie that comes out of it is okay. But in a room where there's only like one exit and it's really tiny, Piggy trap could possibly, Tombstone trap could possibly get a kill, but I feel like the 10 cost for it is a bit low, and it should just be like a standard Piggy bot, not like a slightly smaller, slightly worse Piggy. It should just be like a standard Piggy for like 15 seconds. I feel like it should probably be something like that instead of just like 10 seconds of a slightly slower and slightly smaller version of Piggy, but still, it's a decent trap. The only problem is it's the only trap you truly had to originally have, otherwise you can't get it. Snow Piggy has changed in that regard because of the Mr. Bliss trap from the ongoing season that's going to end soon. So, to be fair, most players are going to have that. And this one comes back on, like, the 20th, which is in, like, 2 weeks. So, yeah, Tombstone Trap is sadly very limited, and it's... Another thing is it's not super good. It's pretty unique, though. Only trap in the game that can literally kill people. Next, this funny trap. I personally do not know why Poley does not want to move. Oh, now he wants to move as soon as I tap him. Yeah, very funny. Oh yeah, now you're working. Well, I touch him and he works. That's stupid. But anyways, yeah, it just makes a giant piggy. Anybody can go on top of that. It's a 5 cost. Comes back almost every single anniversary. But yeah, it stops other players. I was trying to get Poley to show it, but I don't know, he just doesn't seem to wanna. I don't know what's his problem. So, okay, now he's doing it? Seriously? Seriously. Anyways, next is the funny Snow Piggy. Or the Mr. Bliss. It has about the range of Black Hole, like around that radius. So it's just a slow trap version of Black Hole. That's basically it. It costs 9 instead of 8, which is weird. It should have costed more like 7 or 8, not 9. I feel like 9 is a slight bit overpriced. But it literally is a black hole type version of Snow Trap. Honestly, pretty good, and there's no real way to disarm it as well. Like, that thing will stay forever and ever until it actually does its... What was it? Like, that thing stays until the whole entire trap duration is gone. So this thing stays up for, like, 2 minutes. Literally, like, 2 minutes of this thing constantly shooting at you. And it's a constant snow trap. Like, it's really, really good because of that. Because it lasts for, like, 2 minutes. Probably should be nerfed down to, like, a minute for fairness. And then just make its cost, like, 7 or 8 instead. But, honestly, not too bad. I also think the other one over here didn't spawn for some reason. I just realized. Yeah, the other one right here didn't spawn. Not gonna waste a recording, though. We'll talk about that one later. First was another one, Mousetrap. Very funny. All it really does is just 7 cost alerts players. That's all it does. It's really weak because all it does is just show you where everybody is. Like, if you need to know where everybody is, sure, it's fine at that, but it's nothing really else about the Mousetrap. All it does is squeaks and then reveals their location for a few seconds and then runs over to the next player at light speed. Like, that's it. Like, why? Why does this need to exist? It just shows where any player is. It's not really useful. Not really useful unless it's something like hide-and-seek build mode or something like that. Or the player's camping or something. Next. The funny crawler trap. Basically, I'll just say the hitbox on it is pretty broken. And, like that's the whole thing with it. Its hitbox is pretty broken. It lasts the full, like, 2 minutes. And basically, whenever it will just crawl on the ground. You've probably seen it before, but it crawls at the ground at a bit slower than crouching speed. Or, like, around crouching speed. More like around, like, this speed that I'm walking at currently. And it just goes for the nearest player. Grabs them, and then for like 10 seconds it drags them to the location of the nearest lethal piggy. So, Willow, any bot, any player, etc. The way to get it is really interesting as well. I have a guide in my Discord server to get it, if you want to specifically get it and do the quest. It's not really hard at all. You don't need any badges or anything either. It's just load up book 2, go to docs or whatever, and then just do the easy steps, and that's about it. The only problem is that you have to have, like, another account or something as player. No, that's hidden ending that you have to do that for, where you have to do another player or it's almost impossible, not this one. But still, it's really hard, because of Marcus existing. I'll show you the other two because I forgot to make concoction spawn. So, whoopsie doodles on that end. I'll actually make it spawn. Oh, no, it does not spawn. Might have just not spawned for some reason. Yeah, it might be buggy and not spawn. Should have spawned. I'll also just show you the other ones real quick. It's easier to show you mouse and all those. Let me just get them set up. There's it. Okay. I wish they had a few more alt skins in the game, honestly. But, yeah, I'll just once again do the thing. If you can see over there, that's mouse. That's all it does, is just squeak and go for the nearest player. Doesn't do much. It's pretty funny, though. Hey, the other one actually spawned in. Because it took too long to despawn. And that one's Umbra, the crawler. I don't know why it's jiggling. I think it's actually jiggling. It's like a fast one crawling. I don't remember that. And then it makes it go near the nearest Piggy for like 10 seconds. Costs 9, but it's really strong. Might be one of the strongest traps because you can just make people run and stuff. See, that's more the example. He has to go around. Anyways, I'll show you concoction trap now. I guess I probably ran out of time that other time. All it does is reverse your controls for 6 seconds. Insanely easy on like mobile just to get around. It's like so easy, like it actually might be the worst trap in the game because of that. Literally, I am not kidding. It is horrible in that way. I mean, sure, it has a pretty big radius to be fair, but like on controller and mobile, oh my god, is it so easy to just counter it? Like there's no point in it if it's that easy to counter. Concoction trap just sucks. It costs 8 as well. For its actual effectiveness, like they need to add something like reversed camera controls, or just make the reverse thing different every time so it at least gets somebody for a second, have a screen effect, something like that. Just please buff it. Like it's just atrocious in that way. And also, funny zombie again. Also, I forgot, Poley has all his animations and stuff done. He went into the ground. The mouse is still there. Look, it's a mouse. The other version is a spider as well. Anyways, yeah, if I were to say personally which is the worst, it's Big Trap. Best one is either Black Hole, Small, or Crawler. Most likely Umbra / Crawler. And then Black Hole after that, and Small. And then, like, Slow and Alarm. You know, Teleporter didn't get to really demonstrate, and there's no real way to demonstrate it without, like, you know, having another player here so I can actually, you know, show how it works. Also, fun fact, it plays your stun animation. I find it pretty funny that it plays your stun animation. I don't know what else to say about that, really, but yeah, Teleporter Trap plays the stun animation. So if you have a character with a unique stun animation, like I don't know, if any character has like a unique stun animation for them, you can use Teleporter Trap to play that, like Willow. Willow has a funny stun animation. Come on, get off the edge. There you go, mouse trap. That's funny that you can push it. Never noticed that. But yeah, Black Hole is also really, really strong. Oh, that's literally impossible almost. Oh, that's funny. I did not think that made it impossible. And then yeah, jumping just gets you stuck. And then you get eliminated. Yeah, it gives you another reason why black hole is kind of overpowered in that sense. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's about it. Just have to wait. Also, they should add Mousy as a crawl trap skin. That'd be hilarious. They need to do that. Just like add an egg trap skin as well. Just be like an Easter egg one for Easter, something like that. And then I have a tombstone trap alt with like maybe a branched reality as Piggy or something like that. Anyway, it is time to go. Goodbye for now, and well, hello for later.